the interest of our neighbor or the community and serve them, we are, in a sense, God's own co-workers. Let us pray for His help through this celebration, my brothers and sisters, that God will bring this construction to successful completion according to the grace of God given to me. Like a wise master builder, I laid a foundation, and another is building upon it. But each one must be careful how he builds upon it, for no one can lay a foundation other than the one that is there, namely Jesus Christ.
Astaghfirullahaladzim. Astaghfirullahaladzim alladzi la ilaha illallah wal hayyul qayyum. Wa atubu ilaihi subhanallahi walhamdulillahi wa la ilaha illallah akbar wa la hawla wa la quwata illa billahi alil azim. Allahumma dasawaba makara'nahu wa ma halalnahu hadiyatan baligatan wa rahmatan minka nazila.
You created the heavens and the earth and put everything in place. You made the earth to be a place to live in, not a place of empty chaos. We thank you for giving these doctors of Palm City Medical Center the vision to build this hospital. Thank you for providing the resources for them to build. Thank you, Father, for being a wall of fire and protection of this building that will be constructed a few days from now. And you will be done on earth as it is in heaven for the construction of Palm City Medical Center.
Sa ngalan ng Ama at ng Anak at ng Espiritu Santo. Amen.
Pag-ibig ang siyang pumakaw sa ating puso. Diyos ng pag-ibig, magmahalan tayo't magtulungan. At kung tayo'y bigo, ay huwag limutin na may Diyos tayong nagmamahal.
Sa ngalan ng Ama at ng Anak at ng Espiritu Santo. Amen.
Baby Sway Baguio, thank you, sir, for gracing our groundbreaking. City Councilor from Tagum, represented by Honorable Sator. Thank you, sir. DOH. Before I go into the overview of our coming facility, let me just give you a quick backdrop of our organization. Sometime 6 months ago, a group of young and ambitious doctors had a meeting and planned to construct a hospital to call their own. Needless to say that these doctors had some problems as regards to the logistic. That's why in one of the convention, our colleague had a chance to meet with the ABL group from Manila, and by strike of fate or luck, they were able to convey their messages to them, and we invited them and give them the chance on how to build a hospital of our own here in Tagum. And true enough, this ABL group, and together with these PMC core group members, had agreed and meeting that they will soon make this hospital. But the second thought is, we had a problem as to the site. And again, by stroke of fate and the friendship of Ayan, the Gasmin family offered this lot to us. Although there are a lot of businessmen from Tagum and Davao who offer this lot. But to Dr. Gasmen, she preferred to continue her legacy to serve for the poor and the marginalized. So he said, it's for the hospital or none at all. So Doctora, thank you very much for this opportunity that you've given to the PCMCI. For the PCMC core members and our partners in this endeavor, the ABL group from Cavite, they will be introduced to you formally one by one in a little while. Meanwhile, this PCMC is a duly created, SEC registered organization with 39 founders, the majority of which are local doctors here in Tagum. So we are proud to say that the practitioners are here in Tagum with specialty and subspecialties. Needless to state that our hospital and our organization is named after the title of our beloved Tagum City, the Palm City of the Philippines. Thus, as promising as this city, we, the PCMC, hope to bring a dynamic, functional, responsible social institution and a landmark of excellence in healthcare service.
Bordered by beautiful trees of life, fate brought 18 healers together. In the beginning, there was nothing but a shared vision and a common dream of building a place of wellness in healing. The biggest question then was, can we do it? Then came three godfathers from a place across the seas who said, if we can do it, so could you. To all these questions, the answer was absolutely yes, as long as we have faith in each other. The stars aligned for these brave souls, and in no time, other healers joined, driven by the same vision and dream, and the 18 became 39. They became one in saying, in this place we call home, we can finally build our own. The ABL Group, and these are our 39 founders of Palm City Medical Center. A round of applause, please. Thank you.
Internist, pulmonologist, and dancer, no other than Dr. Maria Victoria L. Legaspi.
Maayong buntag sa inyong tanan. Salamat kayo kay ni Anhigyud mo og ni Kuyog Samo sa atong pag-inaugurar no o pag-groundbreak di ay sa ato ang hospital. Now we are very thankful indeed that we have three speakers who graced their really time to be with us as we groundbreak Palm City Medical Center. First is from the Department of Health, Dr. Annabel Pansoy Yumang, MCH. He is the director for OIC of the Department of Health, Region 11. We also have Mayor Alan Relion, however, he cannot come because of very important reasons. He has sent, of course, a representative from the Council of Health, the chairman of the Council of Health, Councilor John Sator, and from the province of Davao del Norte, from Governor Anthony Del Rosario, his emissary Nemesis Nunez, Executive Assistant 2 of the Provincial Governor's Office. So may I call on now first, of course, ladies first, Dr. Annabel Pansoy Yumang.
So my courtesies to the from the province of the Governor, province of Davao del Norte, headed by Governor Del Rosario and represented by Mr. Nunez. Of course, from the City Mayor's Office, represented by Councilor Satur, and of course our visitors coming from Cavite, from the ABL group, sir, and of course the founder, the head, I don't know how to name Dr. Laganson, no? Siguro president, no? The president or the head of this, or the founders, no? Head of the founders of the Palm City Medical Center. It's not only about the government that will be sharing, but this will be also part coming from our private sector. That means that if our health sector, no, government and private, will have an agreement, no, that means that the patients coming from, for example, from the municipality of New Corelia, Nancy is my classmate also, that there's a patient, there will be referral, no, that at the level of at the primary level, it could be managed. But if that patient cannot be managed, then it will go up to the another level, third level, and even to the core referral hospital. So in Region 11, we have 2 core referral hospital. One is the Davao Regional Medical Center, and other one is the Southern Philippines Medical Center, which is about 1 hour travel from Tagum City. And the nearest core referral hospital that you have here is our Davao Medical Center, Davao Regional Medical Center. But since we have so many hospitals coming from the private sector, there will be some arrangement. So with the service delivery network, we will make arrangement, no? The local government will make arrangement to the private sector so that these patients, no, will be managed at a certain hospital.
People, significantly to our best people agenda. Best people is an acronym. B stands for balance ecology, E for enhanced agri-aquaculture, S for sustainable tourism, T for transformative leadership, P for public infrastructure, E for education and sports, O for optimum health, P for public-private partnership, L link to the world, and E employment and livelihood opportunities. So that's the best people agenda. To the people behind this corporate hospital, I wish that you always take good care of our Dabaonon people and to assist our PhilHealth Para sa Masa program where 10,448 are sponsored members of the provincial government of Davao del Norte. To this point, I commend our healthcare providers for your collective support as we strive hard to achieve the objectives of our health programs. This is why in pursuing the legacy of transformative leadership, we have realigned our best people development agenda. In keeping with the changing paradigm of development, we also took on the governance slogan, Abilidad at Malasakit, o AMA, which embodies our aim of delivering welfare provision to the Dabaonon people and to ably equip them take advantage of the opportunities of increasing globalization.
To our founders, our stakeholders, friends, guests, ladies and gentlemen, maayong bundag, good morning. I am Dr. Ricardo Berongcal. Today is the culmination of the series of communications, correspondence, queries, visits, and interaction of our group, the groundbreaking of Palm City Medical Center. Allow me to share to you how it all started. Actually, our group, the ABL group, with Dr. Lumobos and Engineer Angeles, has been building hospitals in Cavite and outside Cavite by invitation. And at present, about 10 to 16 hospitals between us. As luck would have it, not so many months ago, on one of our international conventions, I had a chance to share a table during lunch with 2 doctors, Dr. and Dra. Legaspi from Tagum City. We talked on topics on building hospital and gave them my calling card, and the rest is history. Building a hospital owned by doctors is very ideal. It has talent, innovation, persistence, but especially heart. We have all of that here at Palm City Medical Center. And as early as now, I can see the teamwork. Palm City Medical Center is envisioned to be one of the most advanced in terms of medical service. And with our medical staff, it will soon become a reality. Ergo, with our experience and the group's desire and passion, the project will surely reach a success. But again, to be successful, the secret is esprit de corps, group spirit. Let me quote Andrew Carnegie, that teamwork is the ability to work together towards a common vision, the ability to direct individual accomplishments towards organizational objective. It is the fuel that allows common people to attain uncommon results. And lastly, all praises to the great architect of the universe, our Father in heaven, for this opportunity. I would also like to thank the organizing committee of this groundbreaking event. To the reformists, kudos to you guys. Again, thank you and good morning.
To all the visitors, parents, friends who have joined this groundbreaking ceremony, this closing part is what I hate a lot. Because they say when it is when we give the closing remarks, para bang it would be the end of something. But yes, this will be the end of only this program. For this will be the end of step number 2 in our journey to fulfill our project. So let me take this opportunity to thank, first of all, the decoration of the stage. First name? Si Bryle. Yes, Bryle. Where's Bryle? Okay, so really amazing. Yesterday kasi when we reached this area, it was bare, no? It was really bare. But amazingly, with Bryle's support and of course from the support of Engineer Martinez, they transformed this place into an amazing place where we held this groundbreaking ceremonies. So I'd like also to thank the advance party, of course, with Engineer Martinez and his crew, Dr. Beroncal, who also came along with them, and his party. I would like also to thank our distinguished guests, who readily and willingly allotted their time to be with us to grace this occasion. Of course, I would like to thank the ABL group because they really inspired us when we conceptualized this project. And Dr. Beroncal, a while ago, narrated the story on how this came to be. And to all the PCMians and PCMCians rather, to all the committees, to all the friends in the pharma, and of course to architect Hilary Don. No? Siya ang nag-design sa ating building, and of course later on during the unveiling of our perspective.
social responsibility that can also help in the marginalized patients of the society. And regarding investor at present, wala pa muna. We're not yet accepting investors from the public.
But maybe sooner.
Sooner. Once the company and the hospitals are
I hope we can also share out the investment later on from the media. Okay, any other?
And we have regional medical center. Then what triggers the group to put up this Tagum City Medical Center?
With all the investors coming in, and so with some friends and relatives moving in here to Tagum. And we found out that the population is getting higher, and we noticed that some patients would go to the government hospital, and they found out that still there is a surplus of patients that cannot be taken by the government hospitals. Although our regional medical center is having an increase in bed capacity, but since it's not suffice to augment the needs of our constituents here in Tagum and our neighboring, what we call that, communities from Davao Oriental and Combab province. But as regards to the many incoming private hospitals, we have our own unique way of treating our patients, because almost all of us are locally practicing here in Tagum, so there's no hard part on us, so we can easily access our patients.
Doctors involved in the Tagum City Medical Center are as well, they are connected also to the government hospital, like the Regional Hospital. So with this structure, I think it's a strong point for the hospital to be catering both the government as well as the private sector.
Anyway, good morning, and Dr. Jan Lubomos. In terms of the service that will be offered by the hospital, I believe what our advice to the group is always be complementary with the government institution. We all know of the sometimes of the inadequacy of the available facilities provided by the government. Perhaps the group can offer other services that are not available locally, that's in demand to the local population. And it's the same goal with the government. We just want to serve. And as all of us being a doctor, it's really our vow of service to the community, to heal and to care.
Thank you.
Sir,
Okay, follow up.
I follow up. You have said some of the members of the group are coming from government hospitals. So the tendency there is the complaints against government services would probably increasing, in the sense that some doctors are part owner of the private hospitals like Tagum City. So how do we help government or our public by decreasing complaints in terms of health services coming from the doctors in government hospitals? Bali, your body and your expertise is being divided to the government and to the private, which you, one of the owners. That's the follow-up of that.
Maybe he's trying to point out that there's tendency that government hospitals and PCMC might be compared basically like competensya, and we know that there have been a lot of complaints against some personalities in the parties.
Look at it as a competitor for the government hospital. Instead, we can make a helping hand to offer an alternate hospital to other patients. As we know, the government hospital is almost 100% occupied. So with the installation of this new hospital, there will be alternative hospital to cater for those patients.
Okay, thank you. Maybe in addition to that question, Doc, the complaint sometimes of the practitioners in the medical centers or government hospitals are usually yung mga minor cases which do not need intensive care or an end referral hospital. Dinadala na doon instead of bringing them to a smaller hospital na pwede namang ma-accommodate kahit na center ka. So maybe that's where you come in to compensate and yung pag-address natin
government hospital to decongest. And by decongesting government hospital, there would be an improvement in the quality of services.
Thank you. Thank you. Kuya Ted Cabana.
After the completion of the building, so I'm sure there is the pull out of the outside clinic kasi nag-clinic na ng lockdown sa outside, di ba? So yung mga clinic niya, bali ilagay na sa loob mismo ng Tagum City kasi talaga yung mga para one-stop shop na lang.
Or for a more convenient fine from the patients.
Yes, sir. In as much as we have our clinics outside, but since we are owner of the hospital, we might as well patronize the ownership and bring our patients to the hospital.
But definitely we will also have...
Yes, definitely. We are willing to work or be a visiting consultants for the hospital. There's no question about that.
So yung mga clinics from the outside, pwede rin
yes,
makita sa loob?
we can give up the clinics from the outside, so we might as well focus on our own hospital. But as regards to the services, if the other hospital needs our expertise or our other extra services, we might as well go there. So there's no point of exclusivity. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Napakinggan ko kanina na sinasabing itong Tagum City Medical Center isang alternate hospital ng ibang hospital gaya ng public hospital sa Dialysis. So, bali yung ito ba ay kaparehan ng bali babayad o mura ba ito? Pag dito tayo
as regards to the financial status of course it's a private hospitals, and we see to it that we need to exist also being a private hospital, but in the context of our services, we might as well show to the Tagomeños that we also cater the marginalized group. And when it comes to, of course, we can give discounts to our services in case it really is that our patients are indigent. Because there's a need now for the Department of Health, as I mentioned by the our speaker, that there is something like a linkage between the DOH and the private hospital, and there will be some mechanism on what is that linkage. So we need to know that linkage in the long run. So we might as well share with you the alternate, especially this universal health care plan as proposed by our president, which we still have to accept the concept.
Okay, sir, that's the bar.
Good morning. Regarding the construction, after this, it is the symbolic event for the group. It will trigger all the necessary documentations and permit applications. Last night, we have consulted with the local doctors concerning the final layout and building plans. When we go back to Manila this coming week, it will be submitted to the Department of Health for applications of permit to construct. We believe that it will take about another 2 to 3 months to complete all the necessary documentations. And with that, it will be submitted.
The government has allotted a certain huge amount for assistance, not only in government hospitals, but also in private hospitals as well. So that's practice in Davao City, which is not existing in Tagum City. So maybe you can also incorporate that in your future plans. But if I may also add, kasi para wala na pong tanong yung mga kasama, if I may also add a question, my worry is this: Tagum City power is quite unstable even up to now. Do you have preparations for that? Kasi delikado yung you're in the middle of a surgical procedure and then something goes wrong sa ating power supply.
Chairman of the board in Cavite Hospital sa medical center. Lahat ng design ng architect architect for the new hospital. It's equipped with the generator. So lahat, it's actually it's required DOH. Na talagang if you have to operate an hospital, you need a generator. So if anything happen with the power supply, immediately in a few seconds, the generator will run. And so the power supply, magkakaroon tayo ng power supply. The same with the SDP. It's also required by the DOH and DNR. So lahat ay tatapon ng tubig ng discharge ng hospital, it will be held at SDP. So civilized treatment lang. So let's assure na lahat ng lalabas na discharge in the hospital will be all clean validation. So there's nothing to worry about it.
If that the most advanced machinery is needed for healthcare. Maybe we are still on the process of finalizing any diagnostics that are not yet available in Tagum, so that no more patients will be going to the hospital just for a diagnostic test.
Okay, thank you, sir. Before we would like to hear some words from the project engineers and later on from the hospital management.
I'm not the project engineer, but I'm the consultant with the construction. On the doctor side, I will be head of the construction committee for this project. Regarding the timetable, rest assured we will deliver the project. When we started building hospital way back 2010, it took us around 3 to 5 years. The first project we finished 5 years. But through our experience, hard-earned experiences, applying for government permits, both local and national, the last project we were able to finish by 2.5 years, considering organization of the local doctors up to the time we opened the door of the hospital for service to the public. At the moment, I have supervising the project in Jensen. Actually, we have a project in Jensen, the Sarangani-based Specialist Medical Center. Construction started, I believe, halfway last year. That's around June to July. At the moment, it's about 80% complete. And we envision it to open perhaps first quarter of 2019. Regarding the construction, I believe if we will be able to obtain all the necessary permits from the DNR, from the DOH, and the city government, we will deliver the project by 2020, more or less second or third quarter of 2020.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And in addition to Dr. Lopez, actually, we have another in northern Luzon. We just started building the new hospital, which is the biggest hospital that we did in our group. So it will be finished also with around 18 months also. So we are on the process of first level of the hospital.
Thank you, sir. From Dr. Benson. From Dr. Benson.
So, our group has been in the hospital business for 10 to 15 years now already. So, what we can share is that our experience in managing the hospital, and this experience together with the passion and the enthusiasm of the group here in Tagum, I don't think this project will fail.
Thank you.
So on behalf of the PCMC Tagum chapter, and so with our partners, the ABL group of we do hope that this project will be starting by first quarter of 2020. So let's see what's going on.
Thank you, sirs. There ends our press con for today. We hope for all the things that we have heard to materialize at the said schedules And tuloy po natin yung programa natin ngayon for, another from, kasi may mga katanungan po pala kanina na medyo tinamaan yung explanation. So, sama niyo na po doon sa parting words, please.
Well, I'm happy to say that to be part of this group. I saw the enthusiasm of the doctors, and they're really organized. I saw them as groundbreaking. So, and actually, this is one of the hospitals. We have done a lot of hospitals, but this is the first one na mayroong MRI. So it is really a very modern hospital. So it will be a very good plus factor to the people here in Tagum. They don't have to go anywhere to have their MRI.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, si Sir Rico.
Rest assured that AD Canlas will deliver the project, and it will be built with integrity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, that ends our press con. Ito po si Oliver Auto, your host for today. Thank you.
You have been very good to us, oh Father. You gave us a very nice day so that we can celebrate this day, the groundbreaking of our project. Thank you so much for guiding us all the way, keeping us safe from all the dangers in life, especially in this troubled world. And now we are gathered to partake in the food that you have put before us. Bless this food, O dear God, that this may give us strength, nourish our hearts and our souls, so that we can continue to serve Thee and provide glory to your great name. Please also bless those who prepare this food, and that they may also receive your blessings, so that we can continue our service unto you. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.